Dobro jutro, Damir.
Dobro jutro. I mean, I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. For some reason, I don't usually wake up this early. So for me, the day already started. But dobro jutro it is because I still didn't drink my coffee. So I still feel pretty sleepy.
Okay, that's very good. Let me start with this. You are well known in the Eurovision world because you were our wishful artist for Croatia for many years. But what most people don't know is that we're actually now talking with one of the Croatian superstars, because if someone reads your CV or your career, he can see nominations, awards. You won 2 international festivals. All your songs are going top 5. The last 3 songs, 2019 and this year, is #1. I mean, we're talking to an amazing guy, artist, not an ordinary.
I feel so blessed because of that. I mean, it sounds surreal when you say it, because music has always been the most important thing. I mean, because I've been building my career for the last 15 years. And a lot of people told me, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Some scandals, I don't know. But for me, it was always about music. And I always kind of thought that I'm not, running 100 meters. I'm doing a marathon. And everything is based on music. And I feel so blessed that so many people in Croatia and now even the region are starting to respond to that in the past 2 years and really started seeing me as someone who not only sings but conveys emotions that he lives through and makes people feel something. That's something I always wanted to do ever since I was 3 years old. So it's just an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful for it.
It is. Your first effort for Eurovision was in 2011.
Even before, I was in a boy band in 2005, so we had the song Zašto, and I think 2005, I was 18. I was 18 and I was singing like I was 18. It was, oh my God, I feel so not embarrassed, but when you see yourself when you were a kid, it sounds like another life. And then I went to DORA in 2011, but it was a complete different setup. It was like a reality show of us singing other songs. And in the finals, they would choose 2 songs. But I have to say that this DORA, 2020, was the real DORA I was, wanted to go to. Because I was watching in the 90s all of those great performers from Croatia just singing their songs on proper stage on DORA. And I really felt like this was my first DORA, and it was so amazing. I was so nervous because I waited for this almost my whole life.
And now that Eurovision 2020 is cancelled, is there any discussion or any development from the Croatian broadcaster for 2021?
Nobody's even talking about it yet, because Croatia was in quarantine up until like a week ago. And now the borders are starting to open and life is starting to normalize. I mean, we had coronavirus pandemic. Then we had a huge earthquake in Zagreb.
Yes.
So I would feel, pretty, pretty spoiled if I ask. I mean, all of these things are happening in Croatia, but what about my Eurovision participation?
You will look like insensitive. Yes,
but I really didn't think about it because I have a lot of friends in Zagreb. My family's here. I was just concentrating on what we needed to do just to pass. Yeah, everyone is, currently just thinking about that. And when time comes, I think we're all going to sit down and Croatia broadcaster will make the best decision that, they think is the best decision. And I will respect whatever they decide.
But if they propose to you to go again in Eurovision, would you accept?
Of course. Like I said, my dream is to perform on Eurovision. If they told me the next day I would probably go and start searching for, 20 songs. My idea is if they choose me, I really wouldn't want, for me just to pick the song. I would really want all Croatia and the public and people who are music insiders to be involved in us choosing the song. So I would like express my wishes that, we choose 10 songs, and then from those 10 songs that people choose, which is the best one to represent Croatia, if I go. Yeah.
And instead of Eurovision 2020, this Saturday we had the Eurovision Europe Shine Light show. What are your thoughts about the show? Did you see it?
Of course I did. I felt so emotional because this was something different. A lot of people were watching and saying, "Oh, we really wanted to Eurovision," but for me, the sense of togetherness that was, around it, and all of us singing together "Love Shine a Light" and seeing, pieces of people's homes, and it was just, for me, it was beautiful. Maybe I'm subjective because I was supposed to be there this year, but it was something special, and I felt like Europe was, connected through music even more than ever that night. Yeah, I mean, we actually went a few different ways when we were, recording the song. And there was a really like an acoustic version with just, stripped down with just me singing. Then there was, we've started working on this more of an EDM approach, which I got scared of because that's not the type of music that I usually do. And I really felt like, okay, are you going to change who you are just because of Eurovision? I mean, if I did that type of music in the past, it would probably be completely normal for me because I listen to a lot of EDM music, but that's why I got scared. And then we just, kind of put our heads together and realized that arrangement and film music is something I really enjoy, and we went in that direction. I understand that a lot of people can say, "Oh my God, it's just a ballad," but also you can say when Adele releases, her CD, "Oh my God, it's full of ballads," of course, because that's Adele. And would you want to change Adele for Eurovision? Would you say, okay, we want Adele on Eurovision, but she needs to sound a bit more like I don't know, Alesso or Swedish House Mafia? I wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. So it is what it is. Some people are going to say it's just a big ballad. I will say it's a beautiful song about heartbreak that I've gone through, and that's all I can say as an artist.
Another way, if you had the chance to have a duet for your own discography with one of the 2020 participants, who would that be?
Okay, yeah. Norway, I really love her singing, and Poland. Actually, those two really gave me goosebumps, and they're such amazing singers. So two of them are actually something that I would do duets with. But there are also other songs that I listen to currently. But that doesn't mean that I would do duets, like I told you, because of the fact that we're so different in our genres. I don't know how that would sound. But Norway and Poland are, sonically something I gravitate to. Yeah.
And how was supposed your stage presentation would be in Rotterdam?
I'm a really visual person, and when I listen to my music, when I start working in the studio, I just close my eyes and I have so many, sceneries and pictures going around in my head, and that's how I got to an idea. I really wanted to fuse Morocco and Middle East. The girls were supposed to be dressed in these beautiful silk gowns, but they were not as gowns, more of like kimonos made out of silk in really earth tones. And we wanted to convey a desert storm with a lot of rain in it. And it would start really, calm down, and then, with the wind machines and everything, we really wanted to explode on that stage, because just like my singing, I start really, low key, and then I go all over the place. That's how I am as a person. I'm not a person who is really calm. I'm either extremely calm or I'm, all over the place. So I really wanted in that performance to have that.
And okay, you had your stage presentation idea. Now let's forget all the EBU rules, and you were allowed to bring something or someone on stage with you as a lucky charm. What or who would that be?
As a lucky charm?
Yes.
Dogs are not allowed on Eurovision stage.
We forget the EBU rules.
I would bring my dog. I would bring my dog. And if we didn't have any EBU rules, I would probably, if I would be able to bring my dog on stage, I would probably make a completely different performance. I would just sit there with, 6 girls singing and my dog walking on stage. Because the one thing that I was thinking about when Eurovision, was starting to unveil and everything, who's going to take care of my dog? I'm not going to be, I'm going to be without my dog for almost 3 weeks. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but she's only 10 months old and she's such a puppy. And when I leave home for 1 hour or like one day, she doesn't do anything. She just goes to her bed and sleeps the whole day. And you can tell she's sad. So for me, that I would try to, relieve her of that stress and let her come with me to Eurovision. Well, it was, like I told you, we started working on that almost 8 months ago. And when I heard the first, draft of the song, I said, I can't go with this. This is too much for me. I would love it. Maybe, if it was my single in Croatia and I wanted to do something completely different. And we abandoned that idea. And then Eurovision approached us and told us, could you make another version of Divlji Vjetre for our first semi-final night in which you are? And I told, we had something we started working on, which was completely different. I think maybe people will like it. They uploaded it, and there were only 2 snippets of 10 seconds, and people went ballistic for it. Like on Twitter, on Instagram, people just started writing me, please, if you have the full version, please release this. And that's how we got to an idea to make a remix. It was completely spontaneous. I really didn't plan to release it, and thanks to fans and their wishes, today at 7:00 the video comes out and the song is already available on all platforms, and I'm really happy that people like it.
Okay, now before we close this interview, I want to tell you that I can read your mind. I am telepathic, and I will prove it to you through a very short game. Okay?
Okay.
Choose and think a number between 1 and 10.
A number between 1 and 10.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Multiply it by 2.
Okay.
Add 6.
Okay.
Divide it by 2.
Okay.
And remove the number you originally thought.
Okay.
The number is 3, right?
It is.
Okay. Damir, thank you so much for this interview. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. I want to say hello to everyone watching, and thank you for this amazing backdrop of Zagreb. And hopefully next time we talk, it's going to be not just in Zagreb or, in Rotterdam next year. And it's not going to be just like this, but also telepathic, like we said.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.